Hi, my name's Lou Sims and I represent Polkadoodles Limited, and I'm going to make a spring themed tag using lots of Polkadoodles products. I've begun by cutting myself a tag from 300 GSM white card, and I've added some stencil detailed and coloured it in with Distress Oxides. I'm now going to build up the tag to make it spring themed, and I've used different elements from different stamp kits. So I've used stamps from the Belle and the Belle Papillon. But to begin with, I'm going to colour the different dyes. Now I'm using Distress Oxides and I'm using a limited colour palette, and the main reason is you can make with a limited colours as many colours as you want. So these are in fact as if my primary colours. So I'm going to begin by colouring the flowers yellow, and I'm just going to use a finger dauber, and I'm not going to be overly precious about how I colour the flowers. And go, and then I'm going to do and make a bit of green, and I'm just going to mix the blue and the yellow together to make my green. And again, I'm just going to use a finger dauber to colour it in. Sorry, this is a new finger dauber. And as you can see, I can add the green colour to it. Now, if I want to make it a little bit darker green in places, I can just add a little bit of blue to what I've already mixed. To add a little bit of contrast to the centre, all I'm going to do is use a bit of the pink oxide and dab a little bit of colour on there. And again, I'm not colouring precisely because I don't want a precise image, because these aren't correct anatomical flowers. So that's all I'm going to do with the flowers. Now, within the stamp set, there is also a beautiful bird image, and I'm going to colour him in similar colours. So I'm going to use the pink oxide, and I'm going to use my blending tool. And I'm just going to colour the lower part of him pink, even his beak, and then I'm going to use the blue along the top, and I'll use this ink here, and where the two meet together I've now got a purple. I'm going to add a little spritz of water and just over the top, and that will do, the water will work into the oxides. So now to put all my layers together. On the tag, I've die cut a circle, and that is going to be my focal point, and I'm going to start layering up all the different images that I have used to create my spring theme tag. So let's begin. I'm just using a PVA, and I only need to do half the circle. And before I push it down too much, I want to rest some of these flowers within that actual circle. I'm going to tuck it down so it sits there. And another one in front. Going down, lower down, and then finally my third one. And I'm just going to put that behind there. So now I've created like a bank of flowers with a spring theme. My bird, where some of the water has been, has started to mottle, and I'm going to put him along the bottom, and I'm gluing everything flat. See that? And now from one of the sentiment kits you get some different sentiments, and using the layering dies from Polkadoodles, I've created some different sentiments I can now add to my card, or my tag. So this one says you're my favourite hello, and this one is you're just the best. I'm going to add them to break up the design. And now to add a little bit of ribbon to my tag. Okay, I'm going to use white to correspond with other elements with my pokey tool. And I'm going to leave the actual ribbon quite long, so you can decide later what you want to do, but just neaten off the edges so they don't fray. And as a final piece, I'm just going to add some gems into the centre of the larger flowers, which keys in a little bit more of the whiter elements within the tag. And that's it. That's a quick spring-themed summer tag, just sticking to 3 semi-primary colours and a few images.